American Horror Story Death Valley Episode 1 is now available for you all to go and watch. This is the part 2 to the American Horror Story double feature. So last 6 episodes were all about the red tide, the drug that makes you, become even more talented. It enhances your talent and makes you the greatest. This time we are going into the sci-fi realm of aliens, one that I've been really excited for. So I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. What did you guys think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Especially down in the comments below. Smash that like button for me as well and click subscribe. Without further ado, let's jump into this review of Death Valley Episode 1. Okay, so Death Valley Episode 1. I was really excited for this, and I was super down when I heard that this was going to be involving aliens. If you guys know me, I love sci-fi. I love aliens. I am just absolutely awesome for them. If there's a movie about aliens, I will watch it because I love that stuff. Like, my second favorite film of all time is Aliens. My first ever greatest film of all time is obviously Star Wars, which has aliens in it. I just love sci-fi. So when American Horror Story were doing this one, I naturally wasn't super excited for it. And I tell you what, this episode at the beginning was absolutely everything I was hoping. I really enjoyed how they went back into the 50s. They did it in black and white, which I really enjoyed. And they did like this epic thriller of a sci-fi with the aliens and finding the crash and stuff like that. They had the freaky moment with the kid and the mother. I thought that was really freaky. Then obviously the dad comes in. That was even more crazy. Like, I was not expecting that at all. That was just like, oh my God, well, what? I loved it. It was freaky. It was awesome. It was great. It was what I wanted. And when they go in and they fast forward to the president and he discovers the crash and stuff like that. And it's basically like a Roswell sort of thing. If you guys know about the Roswell incident, it's similar to that. And I was digging it. I was like, yes, this is perfect. This is awesome. It was scary. It's freaky when they're cutting up the alien and it's just a vessel. There's nothing actually in it. And obviously goo comes out onto their face. I was really down for it. I was like, bro, this is so awesome. And then when the wife who loses the kid in the first bit of the episode comes in and is like, yo, you're going to listen to me. I'm not listening to you. That was crazy. We find out that the lady that was abducted is pregnant, 2 months pregnant. They don't know how because it's impossible because she's been abducted. So obviously aliens are planning stuff in humans, probably to create hybrid things, hybrid species of each other, which is pretty whack and crazy. And I was just like, yo, I'm enjoying this so much. This is perfect. And then unfortunately for me, this is where the episode starts to fall down. And I'm just kind of like, why did they go down this route? So we go into what appears to be the present time because it's not in black and white anymore. It's in color. It looks like it's in today's world because we got phones and everything like that. And we get introduced to our 4 main characters who are college students. And to be honest, they're a bit boring and dull. They were like that just dragged on so much when they're sitting there at the table talking and stuff like that. It just dragged on. It dragged on so badly. And I was just kind of like, can we get back to the other stuff now? I don't care. So anyway, they go on this camping trip and obviously they do the dumbass idea and not bring a freaking phone. Okay, people, I'm going to tell you right now. Rule number 1, when you go camping, at least bring one phone because you just never know what could happen. You would have thought one of them would at least snuck their phone in there, but no. Anyway, things start to go weird when apparently there was a pond there that they were going to go to, no pond, and then they find cows that have been cut in half. Now, granted, this is TV. It's not movie, so I'm not expecting a high CGI budget or anything like that. So I get the effects aren't going to be that good, but I mean, I'm sorry. The cows were just so fake. For one, I didn't even believe that they were real or anything like that. They're cut in half and they just don't look real. I'm kind of like sitting there, I'm like, yeah, well, that's just, I know it's supposed to be creepy, but it's not. And it just took me out. And then obviously they pack up, they go in their car and boom, the big light comes on as the car shuts down. And this is where it gets really wacky. And I don't know how I feel about this scene, but obviously we see the being walking and then you see tentacles come around and I'm going to be completely honest. It looked like one of those like hentai sort of like tentacles that you see in like, you know, that sort of stuff. And I was just kind of like, yo, what the fuck is this? It was so fake. Like, I mean, really, really fake. And I was just kind of sitting there. I was like, this is just weird now. Like, I don't know. And obviously they get abducted. They come back. They're in different seats. And they start to obviously get nausea. They throw up. And apparently this is how fucking wacky it is. It's really, really wacky. Like, I'm talking, this is beyond wacky what you expect. They're all pregnant, even the two dudes. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, the females would be impregnated because obviously they got the organs to reproduce like that. So it would make sense for the aliens to create a hybrid alien through them. The guys, I was kind of like, okay, so there's two ways this can go for me. Either they're going to have straight up hybrid babies, or they're actually going to be like Alien, where there's something growing inside them that's going to burst out. That's the only explanation I can give up, but it's wacky as they're boring characters. The first part of the episode, when we're in the 1950s and stuff like that, in the black and white, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Enjoyed every aspect of it. I was like, cool, this is going to be awesome. We're going to really dive into this stuff. And then we shift to the now, and it's dull, it's boring, the effects aren't great. The effects in Red Tide were absolutely incredible. I believed everything in that. I really enjoyed Red Tide. I was actually hoping that I was going to enjoy Death Valley way, way more. But personally, I prefer the first episode of Red Tide over this by a mile. Absolutely mile. It was lackluster. It was dull. It was boring, except for the first part. So I know it's only one episode, and I know there's some TV shows that have really bad first episodes, but then they get really, really good. So I'm still going to continue watching it. But to be honest, at the moment, I'm a bit disappointed. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash down in the comments below. Smash that like button for me. Click subscribe as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace out.